The 12. Tick, tick, tick. We cannot see the hands, but each movement, the passing of a second, is a knife. We can hear it even above the chaos which reverberates around the small, white room. We are enclosed. Worse still, we are trapped. Trapped and mocked by the relentless tick, tick, tick. Why is this happening? One of my fellow victims of the clock screams. It has been screamed before. She isn't the first. Similar screams have echoed across one another. A symphony of dread. Questions demanding questions from questions. They are nothing but bleats to me now. The confusion has reached a crescendo. My mind is becoming numb to it. And to the dreaded tick, tick, tick. Who put us here? Where are we? It is difficult to not be swallowed by the chaos, and the fear, and the misery. To be devoured by it, for the hands of the clock are teeth. All the 12 people here would tear each other apart if there were a shredded chance of an answer, or even for them to be heard above the rest. They are desperate survivors, looking for a life raft, but there is no water, no means of exit. Just the tick, tick, tick. I overhear two of my fellows nearby, managing to have a brief conversation amidst the wailing, or something of a conversation. It is stilted. Do you remember coming here? The man seems genial, but I can see that he is in shock. He is trying to claw his way out of it with logic. The woman to whom he speaks almost squeaks with fright and shakes her head violently, as if the question is a test. And answering correctly might set her free. It does not. She begins to cry, and the man in shock simply wisps away into the crowd of terror. I would like to comfort her, but I do not think that there is comfort in this place. No, it has not been designed for comfort, if it has been designed at all. It is pure white, this room, so white as to almost defy assessment of its shape as an actual room. The corners and edges are barely distinguishable from any other part. The room is a jumble of dimensions, vertigo incarnate. I answer the question for myself, silently. I do not remember how I came here. There is no fuzziness, no grogginess around the edges, no uncertainty. I was at home, and suddenly I was here. We have not been kidnapped. We have been transplanted, stolen instantaneously. In replaying my memory of this place, this heinous room, I realize that we all came at the same time. We were all, seemingly, plunged into uncertainty and screaming simultaneously. If we had arrived separately, there might have been some type of chance for order, chance for each of us to gain our bearings. No, there is no order here at all. The orchestration is deliberate to maximize terror and confusion and pain. Tick, tick, tick. 12 people. Why 12? Why us? We're in hell, you know, a man whispers to me conspiratorially. He's pale and slick, with a light sheen of sweat. His paleness almost causes him to disappear into the landscape that is the room. He has found me crouching, evidently, and needed to relay his findings to someone. That's what I think, anyway. There's no use in all their screaming. We're in hell, I nod. It is as good a theory as any. But they'll settle down eventually. If I'm right, we're going to be here forever. That causes my stomach to lurch. Eternity in this room. Perhaps I could endure that, somehow, but I could not endure the tick, tick, tick. Each strike shreds my soul. Perhaps, if we are in hell, that is exactly what it is doing. You. He snaps toward the crying girl, who has barely had time to recollect her senses. You look like you could be sick. Were you sick? Terminally ill? She is a people pleaser, or rather, still believes that a correct answer might let her win the game, allow her to escape, but she is uncertain if this is a trick question. After a moment of hesitation, she shakes her head. I rejoin. I wasn't sick either. I don't remember dying. I suppose that's what you're getting at. I was at home, watching TV. He simply smiles at my answer. Perhaps he is in shock too, and moves away. The tumult carries him beyond my sight. I can see, beyond the crowd of some of the 12, a fleck of crimson against the wall now. Someone is hunched on the floor. There is violence. It is to be expected. I scamper to the wall and gesture to the crying girl for her to join me. But she doesn't see me. She simply watches the unfolding violence, as though there might be a clue to the next question. So, there is blood here. We can bleed. Is there blood in hell? I don't remember my Bible studies well enough. Tick. Tick. Often silence is louder than noise. The silence is so loud, so jarring, that the tumult of the 12 immediately ceases. We had been so used to the ticking that the silence feels like an act of violence, depravity against the natural order that we had quickly become accustomed to. It has the effect of a missing heartbeat, a shocking reminder of death. There is something on the floor which hadn't been there before. A smear, a red smear. The girl gapes at it with fright and buries her head in her knees. She is done with the game now. There were 12 of us. Tick, tick, tick. I do not see the man in shock, but I only stare out at my comrades briefly. Perhaps he is the smear. This room is a cage, but it is more than that. There is function to everything. The clock is a countdown, a hellish countdown. Yes, perhaps this is indeed hell. The clock is infernal, and the 12 were doomed souls. 11 now. I wonder what happens when the clock strikes for each of us. What is beyond hell, beyond the remnant puddle of blood and viscera, the ghastly stain of us left behind? And when will it strike for me? 11 of us left. Will I be left? And is becoming a smear better than the alternative? At least I now know that there may be a way out. A finality. Tick, tick, tick.